All right, people, so welcome to another edition of the Fifth Officials, live from Blazers Bar, Tragrit Road in Woodbrook.
Because I lost, you can't give me a bounce.
Big up Blazers. All right, big up Barcelona. Big up Manchester United. You know what I mean? Ross had a good weekend. Shane didn't.
Definitely didn't.
We're gonna
Definitely didn't.
we're gonna get into it.
This happened.
We have a lot to talk about.
Plenty.
So we're going to get through things as fast as possible in the time that we are permitted. So remember, we're coming from Blazers Bar, Tragrit Road, Woodbrook. They got lots of specials on every day of the week. And the month of January, I'll give you the specials that they have going on for the month of January. So let's get straight into it, fellas.
So you wait quite from Christmas. They turn out to put it on because you didn't think you'd win.
No.
He had
the
this
jersey?
packy way to win a game to put it on. So that's why it takes so long to put it
I like the color though.
Nah, they are weak. It is the color is
The color wet.
blue. That
All right. Yeah.
blue.
So I'll tell you what. We're gonna start.
Orange fairies.
We're gonna start things off with the Super Cup final, which was a Clásico in Saudi Arabia
Pressure.
between Barcelona and Real Madrid. Real Madrid scored very early through Mbappe,
And it was a wicked goal.
and then I don't know what happened. Shane had to tell us.
Well, before we go on to show,
Yeah,
I watched and so good, yeah. It's heat today.
yeah,
You know, Real coming out. And then, well, I had to sit back down.
and that was all she wrote.
Yeah, boy. I wasn't impressed, boy. Shane, take it over, yes?
They play a good 5 minutes of football. Go ahead.
Same thing I'm saying all the time. Real Madrid defense ain't good. You can't depend on attacking right through to win. And yet Real Madrid, even in the first 5 minutes, Barcelona had chances to score. Mbappe scored first, and but I knew they were going to score against us because when we was rhyming, right? So Geron and them ended up by me to watch the game.
Uh-huh.
So Geron says something in kicks now, but kicks is actual reality. He said, all you need to stop trying to get players for free and spend all your money. All you stop spending money. Which is true. When is the last time?
They ain't spending a minute.
When is it? They spend on Jude Bellingham, but that was a deal in the making. Now.
Yeah.
But they stopped spending money to buy players. And realistically, last game, where Barcelona hit them for, you had Lucas Vazquez out on the wing back position. He get tear apart. In La Liga, he wasn't playing. Van Garcia and the next fella was playing.
Yeah.
Why you starting versus Barcelona?
Okay, maybe he was going after experience.
No, but you saw what they did to him last time.
True.
And you as a player have to get humble, so that won't be in the back of your head.
Correct.
On top of that, that's Saudi Arabia pitch wasn't good at all.
It
was horrible.
It looked frozen.
No excuses for Real losing, but the pitch wasn't good.
It didn't look good. Normally you see a green.
It was wavy.
Not only that, but they had patches that were brown and
Serious?
Yeah.
It wasn't good. It wasn't
Yeah.
good. But Real Madrid in this January, and now I know they're looking at a lot of different defenders. They need to pull the trigger.
Yeah.
They cannot. Alaba is back in the squad, but he going to take some time to get back in with the injury yet. They need to get defenders in, or else they're gonna be out.
yeah.
So let me ask you something now. Now that you say that they need to get defenders in, and I brought this up with our brethren of mine over the weekend, with all the talks that are going on with Trent Alexander-Arnold, is that the right defender that all you really need if you're looking at
More
Real
defensive.
strengthening themselves defensively?
I think it's
Is
more,
that the right man for the job?
I think it's more a centre back. You need to play with Rudiger than anything else. Because Real Madrid always had attacking defenders that wasn't the best getting back. But because his centre back here was always aggressive and strong, it used to make up for it to a degree. They always had a good centre back, Ramos and Pepe. You had Rudiger and Alaba last year. You had Militao, who was good. So you always had strong defenders, centre backs that physically dominating on the ball.
Yeah, you're right.
So the wing backs and obviously get for Marcelo wasn't the best defender. Roberto Carlos wasn't the best defender. But going forward, they were dangerous, and that is what I think they want Trent for. Because if you have a forward line like Mbappe and Vinny and them who now are finishers, and you have a man like Trent who is one of the best defensive passers in the world, putting the ball inside, they're going to score goals.
Right.
So I think it's more, right now what they need more is a centre back.
Than wings. It's more.
Yeah, because the
Maybe
youth
centre
man
back.
wasn't doing bad, So I don't know why he didn't give him the chance or whatever the case is. Ancelotti, He's seeing them every day in training, so he must see something I ain't see.
Alright.
But Real Madrid, they honestly can't go far versus big teams with that defense. They need defenders. We go still beat Liverpool in the
I'm not gonna ask you when you box up Liverpool.
Not with that defense. Not with that defense. Not with that defense.
But I give Barca their flowers.
Yamin Yamal, boy.
Yamin Yamal. He's sickening, boy.
Yeah.
I know he's 17 years
You see the goal he scored? The goal he scored was a fantastic goal, you know. But if you so good, he make that look easy, you know. You know, just say be going this way and knock it back
the next way. Yeah.
And when he knock it back, he hits it right where Courtois can't get.
Mm-hmm. I think Courtois was leaning to the right, eh?
It don't matter, but a lot of players in the world would have never even hit that way.
They would have hit in that direction, yeah. Because when I watch it back on the replay, I said, but wait now, why went back the next way? You know what I mean? Because Courtois was closer to that post, covering that post more than out here.
Courtois wasn't expecting him to go so deep. He could have just hit down in that corner.
But he hit it back.
But he looked like a man that likes spectacular too. Eh?
Yeah,
he looked
which is great for Barcelona and their future because it looks like he's a man safe for the big moments.
You see the man with the Bluetooth speaker. After the game, I was going back in anything, dancing and rocking to music and thing.
Serious?
Yeah, that was on TikTok.
I ain't watch all that.
They showed the man.
I was celebrating.
All right, so Arsenal, Manchester United, this was a big one. In the FA Cup, the biggest FA Cup game in this fixture.
Yeah.
So United come out on top on penalties. I watched the game and I know always going to win that game because from the time Havertz and it had many opportunities before, but the one where Havertz take the ball and he was right here and the goalpost was right here and he kicked it over the bars. I said, Arsenal ain't going to win this game. If this game go down to extra time or penalties, they're going to lose.
Arsenal deserve to score more than one.
Yeah, but to a certain degree, I understand what you're saying. But my keeper did his job.
No, your keeper was fantastic.
Going from the Tottenham game before,
where you had a horrible game.
So this game here.
I mean, that's the keeper job. What he did.
Yeah, but
two
games in the season. He played.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, Arsenal on another day, with the chances you let them have to, they might have hammer you. So you as a United player or whatever, you can't really study that. You do your work.
Yeah.
And going down to 10 men, even worse on us.
No. Where I have
at the Emirates.
Yeah, in the Emirates, yeah. Where we won with them is the penalty save.
Mentally.
From that mental, United just got stronger and just solidified, but defensively sound. You see that the defense in the back, Maguire, Dillett, Martinez, and the keeper.
As a United fan, you must have felt good with how Harry Maguire was getting.
Brother, that man going real bad.
Which is what you want a centre back to do.
And it was 10 versus 12.
Yeah.
10 versus 12. I'm sorry to say, if anybody could watch that game and say that referee was fair,
that definitely. To me, that definitely wasn't a penalty. Either way with the keeper.
Yeah. That was a penalty.
I don't know how they call it a penalty. I don't know if VAR went back and called it a penalty.
No, remember there are no VAR.
Oh, no. They're wrong.
Yeah, they're no VAR.
Yeah, but I remember. Who's that Trinidad killer?
Not yet.
Hold on. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Not
real low.
Yeah.
Yeah, go closer. Right there.
You can see the top underneath it.
Yeah.
Not being real low.
It's looking like
anyway, sorry. Right, so this is the thing with the refereeing. I see your boy is Goldridge.
Yeah.
Well, I do. I
just take him in. I just take him in because he does talk plenty sense sometimes.
I'll put you on to somebody else.
All right, no problem.
He does flip flop a lot, though.
He does flip. No, I find he does get credit to credit. He fear in his
assessment.
I find so. That's just my humble opinion. But he did see He said something. He said, if Howard Webb doesn't investigate this referee and give him the same treatment like
Oh gosh, was he?
You wanna get thing and send down and get demoted.
get demoted and he said then this whole thing just corrupt.
Yeah.
He said because it was. He said this was horrible. It was horrible.
No, it wasn't horrible just in that game, you know. Across the games.
Across the game.
It shows you how dependent Premier League referees are on VAR.
Yeah.
Because in Chelsea game, it had a clear-cut penalty call that was versus whoever it was. But it doesn't matter. It was clear.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the calls was clear.
Yeah.
And they didn't call them because it had no VAR to back them up now.
Right.
So they look bad. It had some offside decisions and things. They look bad. This wrong here, they look bad.
Yeah.
No, I not thinking on Dalo red card too much, but the first one should not have been a foul. Should have gone the next way because he was approaching the ball, not seeing the man coming.
Yeah, I don't think it was a yellow. You could have given it a foul, but I wouldn't give it a card.
Yeah, and then so you put them down to 10 men, but let me go back. Bruno get fouled by Jesus. Play on, you know.
Yeah.
And that's where Bruno get the yellow card because he was like his whole shoe off everything.
Speaking of Bruno, that was a fantastic
beauty.
That was
a nice ball from Granacho too.
Yeah.
I'll take my win. Hard luck by Arsenal fans. I had it.
As I said as I always say with Arsenal, you know what Arsenal is? See what we pour our beer out of a bottle and like they just come and just pick up all and carry it. But all them is doing, they just bottle after 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 bottle.
And the fans satisfied though.
Yeah.
Now, just before we get into the EPL fixtures before the weekend, remember we film on a Monday, we air on a Wednesday. So, just before we get into that, the body language and the attitude of your players in 2 back-to-back games here, one against Liverpool, and now at Anfield, and now you're going to the Emirates and you come out winning on penalty kicks. You think that the manager getting the players' mindset in the right place at this point in time?
Yeah. You heard it.
Seeing progress?
Yeah, definitely seeing progress. And I said it last week and I'll say it this week. He had more training sessions again.
Right.
The mindset is what he talked about after the Liverpool game where he say, where was this all the time? Where's the mindset? And then everybody has see the mindset changing on the defensive side of things. Now, where we're struggling is up front.
Right.
We definitely need a striker for sure. Hopefully. But with that PSR rules, I don't know if we can get one.
Probably not in January.
Yeah, not in January. But we need somebody up front.
Goal scorer.
Yeah, but my defensive unit for the past 2 games,
I would get rid of Dalo though.
Yeah, I'll send him to Real. All they want him, 50 million.
Take him now.
No.
All right, so I'll tell you what, we want to look ahead to some of the Premier League games that's coming up in the middle of the week. Tomorrow, well, when I say tomorrow, Tuesday, all right, because we will not be able to get the results of these games by the time this is.
I think that first game that you're going to talk about there.
So, you got Brentford City.
I think City got lost that game.
You got Chelsea Bournemouth. You got West Ham Fulham. Nottingham Forest Liverpool. That is the first and second of the league.
The 1 in 21 and 1 by.
Yep. Everton.
Get in there, Forest.
Then you have Everton, Aston Villa, Leicester, Crystal Palace, Newcastle Wolves, Arsenal Spurs. That's a derby. And then you have Ipswich Brighton. Ipswich is a catch on form, you know.
Yeah.
They can hurt you.
Yeah.
Especially if they're home.
And the home and
they can hurt you.
And United Southampton.
Oh, that's the game you want to see as a United fan coming off them 2 wins.
Yeah, you want to see you want to win. You want not just win, but I think you want to see
a
convincing win.
Yeah.
Right? Well, obviously Brentford City, Forest Liverpool, Chelsea, Bournemouth. Let me don't forget where Bournemouth is in the table right now.
That's a hard game.
Yeah, that's a tough.
I mean, home in Stamford Bridge, it's a little better for them, but that's still a hard game.
And we're going to toss in Arsenal, Spurs as well as a derby.
Yeah, but don't be fooled that this Forest Liverpool game, brother.
No, I know. You don't have to tell me.
Forest home, you know.
And it's dangerous at home.
Yeah, remember they beat me at Anfield and very few teams do that.
But I think City go and lose tomorrow. Chelsea and Bournemouth could go either way.
Yeah.
Forest and Liverpool, I think, and that is a draw, like a 2-2 draw or something.
Serious.
And Arsenal Spurs.
I have
Spurs winning.
I have Forest pipping them again. Pipping Liverpool.
You think Forest going to beat us?
2-1. Yeah.
I think that game going to be real tight.
It's going to be very tight.
It's not going to be the prettiest. It's not going to be the prettiest set of football.
Which Trent again?
Which is
Well, that's our next
which
thing.
Trent again?
Well, yeah. I don't know what Trent are going to get, but I think we're in a position right now that we know we need to win this game.
Yeah.
This is a must game. This is a must win game.
Lose or draw, people sign.
Title race
back
on.
Yeah, back on.
So we need to win this game.
Even with a game in hand.
Because that game in hand no matter.
Well, I depend on what Arsenal and Chelsea do as well.
And the game in hand no
Forest.
The game in hand no matter because it don't matter because you don't know what form Everton will be in at the time
with a new coach. Yeah.
So we don't know what kind of form and motivation they're going to be in.
That game is February 1st with that.
And they're going to be desperate to get themselves out.
On that new coach,
right.
Anything can happen.
So it have a lot of things taking place here. I think Newcastle Wolves going to be an interesting one too.
Nah, but
I think
Newcastle run a form right now.
Yeah. But Isaac had a knock, and the coach in back in training it.
Okay.
So
well, we'll look at that. But it's going to be an interesting
today, honestly.
This round, game week 21 is a very interesting one because coming off the back of these games, with the last two games played on Thursday, you're back in on Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
And then Tuesday playing again Champions League.
And then Champions League coming up in the midweek next week. So it's a lot of football coming. It's going to be a very interesting week. The next, let's say, 7 to 10 days. It's going to be very, very interesting.
Yes, sir.
And this is where, when the football pick up like this is where the league, the English Premier League, could go up and down, and
it could tip this way, it could tip that.
It could tilt in many different directions. So, it's going to be interesting to see what happens in the midweek.
Yeah.
So, but before Arsenal Tottenham game is going to be a goal fest.
Feel so bad?
Normally is.
Yeah, they're going to goal in that game.
And right now,
Spurs playing good versus the bigger teams.
I think City, Brentford going to have real goals too. I think they're going to have at least 4 goals in that game.
The way City played in the last 2 games, even though they won, forget Salford or whoever they beat.
Oh God.
But the way they played in the league versus the last 2 games they won, if they come out like that versus Brentford, they go get hammer.
No, but they go score too, That was it. They
have goals in the game.
You know what I mean? One of the best bets is City, both teams to score. Just take City, any City game, both teams to score. Because they're conceding.
Correct.
Right? And I just think that Brentford game in Brentford is going to be somewhat of a goal fest too.
Yeah.
I think they're going to have at least 4 goals.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So I'll tell you what. We're going to take a break. And when we come back from that break, we're going to get into the TT Bet Arena power plays of the week. We take a look at the past power play and get into the power play to come, which will be the games that's coming up on the weekend, which is the 18th, the 19th, and the 20th. That's game week 22. All right, so stay tuned for that. We'll be back after this.
Do you think you know Premier League or Champions League football? What about international cricket or the IPL and CPL? How about NBA basketball? Well, now you can put your skills to work to earn some extra cash by betting on the games with TT Bet Arena. Simply go to our website, choose a sport you want to bet on, find the games and place your bets. And with your computer or mobile device, you can bet from anywhere. Just go to ttbetarena.com, sign up for a free account, make a deposit, and start betting. It's that simple. You can even qualify for our $2,000 sign-up bonus. We also have horse racing, plus live casino games where you can bet using TT dollars. And check our new Tobago location at 7B Milford Road, Crown Point. For more info, call or WhatsApp 494-0634. TT Bet Arena, the #1 sports betting company in Trinidad and Tobago.
If you're looking for a good nuts for Christmas, red, purple, plum or mango, well, let me tell you, it's Cycle Supermarket overseas or even bunk. We only trading from check. We pick up Selma's Delight, Selma's Delight, Selma's Delight, Selma's Delight, Selma's Delight, Selma's Delight, Go and grab your nuts, your red mango, and your pawpaw. Don't forget your plum from Selma's Delight. Go get it.
All right, people, so we're back, and remember, it is the 5th officials, and we are at Blazers. Blazers. Chagrit Road in Woodbrook. All right, and very easy to find. You can come on down. Tons of specials. I'll give you those specials a little bit later down. All right, so we got the power play segment, courtesy TG Betterina. So last week, we had Keon Groves now here with us, and we did give 4 games because we had the guest. So Shane took Borussia Dortmund and Bayer Leverkusen, both teams to score.
Yeah, needed
that was a yes.
On the board, but.
I took Udinese and Atalanta over 2.5. That lost.
No.
Keon took Liverpool versus Accrington Stanley over 4.5
So
goals.
Liverpool couldn't.
They couldn't score one more. Or the next side couldn't score either. Either way, because remember when you bet goals, it's whoever scores. Some goals in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
right?
really, if Accrington Stanley had scored, he has problems, eh?
Yeah, and they hit I think they hit the post,
Ah.
Yeah, they had hit the post.
I really didn't watch that game.
Yeah, they hit the post. Yeah. So that didn't win. The game ended up 4-0, and it was over 4.5. So if you had bet over 3.5, you would have won.
And that's tell all you put the 3.5 last week.
Yeah, but we still lose because of his bet.
Well, it's Keon say 4.5.
Yeah, I don't leave it so.
That was his pick.
But either way, he went Atalanta Udinese over 2.5 and
I
I
would have at least 3 goals in it.
True.
He can say over 0.5 and would have still lost.
No, the game ended up 0-0. Arsenal, Manchester United FA Cup. Ross took both teams to score and United to win. Now,
This is the tricky part.
yeah, that was not a winning bet.
Yeah. Sucks.
Right? And we'll explain to you why. Because we never explained this before, and it is a good thing that it came up. Right? And Ross learned this because I called you Sunday.
Yeah.
And I say, hey, bet United to qualify.
Yeah. Which will call for me.
Not to win.
Yeah, not a win, but to
Not
qualify.
a win, to qualify.
People might be vexed with you for the
And I think the qualify was like
I found out when he called me
4 or 5 something.
it was somewhere between $4 and $5. So okay, let me explain this. When you go to the TG Betterina website, you're gonna see outrights, goals, right. So when you bet outright, when you bet a team to win, or you bet goals, is within 90 minutes regulation time.
Yeah.
It does not go forward into extra time or penalties.
penalties. That's a whole new.
It have a next bet that you could take that the game will go to penalty kicks, and United to win on penalty kicks, Arsenal to win on penalty kicks, and so on and so forth. So any bet that you make in a football game, understand, it is once it's an outright bet, it
Within
is
90 minutes.
90 minutes.
Right. But also remember too that in it, these things with penalties and majority of the time will come into tournament style. So cup games, FA Cup, Champions League.
So what's your bet when it's outside of league football and thing? To know if you're going and bet outright or you're going to bet to qualify or anything like that.
And one of the things that you need to look at too, the bets, it's the option is there. Instead of betting a team to win, you can bet a team to qualify.
Yeah.
That's a different thing. So if you had take United to qualify, right?
Which I did.
Which you did, in the end, you win. Even if they win in 90 minutes, you win.
Yeah.
Right? Because they qualify.
Yeah, but how come you ain't call me and tell me to change my bet?
But because you
just outright
didn't come up with that pick.
Yeah.
Use not a Manchester. Anyhow, sorry. Anyway, I apologize.
Yeah. You lost money.
I lost money. Side losses. Just.
The thing is, your wife can't leave you.
How much you win?
Huh?
How much you win?
Nah, you don't worry about that.
Wing boy.
Married men never talk.
Yeah.
What the man wife see this and how much even now? What trying to set up the man now?
Yeah.
What kind of fights you on,
So
but
yes.
what
Okay,
kind of
yeah,
fights you
okay.
on?
Anyway, let me go with this week. Let me go with this week.
Thing.
Ale, just over 1200.
All right.
All right.
Not bad.
Ross paying the bill tonight.
Not bad. Not bad at all. So we move forward to the power play picks of this coming weekend. That's game week 22. Remember that this is the weekend game.
Weekend game, not the week, not
during
Tuesday,
the week.
Wednesday, Thursday.
Right.
Saturday, Sunday.
So the picks are as follows. We took a little chance last week with some risky bets. This week, I think a little more
Back to
conservative.
normality.
Yeah, we had to get back with money.
Well, now, Ross.
So Ross is taking Arsenal versus Aston Villa over 2.5. That's $1.68.
I think that is fair.
Yeah. Shane taking Chelsea versus Wolves over 3.5. That paying 186.
Yeah, that's I give him a 6-2.
Yeah, and I taken Brentford versus Liverpool over 3.5. That's 185.
Yeah.
The three together as a treble will pay $5.78 for $100. That is $578.
Yeah, man.
For $200, that is over $1,000. So you could take those three picks if you want, and you could add a couple games to it. Have a lot of football playing this weekend, and see if you could win yourself a long line and win some thousands, tens of thousands,
Yeah, man.
even. All right, so that's the power play picks for the week to come. We're gonna take a break. When we come back from the break, we're gonna get into the blowjob of the week.
Eskimo. Yeah, go ahead.
Miss the sun when it's snow.
We're gonna get to the blowjob
Yeah.
after this, stay tuned.
Do you think you know Premier League or Champions League football? What about international cricket or the IPL and CPL? How about NBA basketball? Well, now you can put your skills to work to earn some extra cash by betting on the games with TT Bet Arena. Simply go to our website, choose a sport you want to bet on, find the games and place your bets. And with your computer or mobile device, you can bet from anywhere. Just go to ttbetarena.com, sign up for a free account, make a deposit, and start betting. It's that simple. You can even qualify for our $2,000 sign-up bonus. We also have horse racing, plus live casino games where you can bet using TT dollars. And check our new Tobago location at 7B Milford Road, Crown Point. For more info, call or WhatsApp 494-0634. TT Bet Arena, the #1 sports betting company in Trinidad and Tobago.
If you're looking for a good nuts for Christmas, red purple, plum or mango, well, let me tell you, it's not like a supermarket or Westies, or even Bungwe, only trading from Jack. We pick up Selma's Delight, Selma's Delight, Selma's Delight, Selma's Delight, Selma's Delight, Selma's Delight, Go and grab your nuts, your red mango, and your pawpaw. Don't forget your plum from Selma's Delights. Go get it.
All right, so we're back on the fifth officials, and it's about the blowjob of the week. All right, the blowjob of the week. It's going to be controversial. It's going to be debatable.
Yeah.
But I believe soccer is a sport.
Here we go.
Soccer is a sport. And this is the fifth officials, is more than sports. But I think soccer is a sport, and with the carnival season, and we
Yeah.
inside the bacchanal too. So,
And we like it too.
and we like it.
Carnival is back around.
And in true
Bacchanal
Tony fashion,
is
you have to go with the bacchanal, right? So, if you're following the carnival season, which it should be,
Unless you're on that rock right now.
Yeah.
unless you're on that rock or you're out in the cold. Now, even if you're out in the cold,
You're missing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take
You
it
miss the
up,
sun when it's snow.
Yeah. Trinidad Killer, in true Trinidad Killer style,
Yeah, the dog.
being as controversial as he
It's known to be.
is known to be.
He's made a career out of it.
Yeah. Trinidad Killer jump on the biggest rhythm that they have for carnival right now,
That's
which is
fire.
the Big Links rhythm. For those of you who mightn't know what the Big Links rhythm is, the Big Links rhythm is the rhythm with
The greatest Ben
Good
over.
Spirit and the young brother, the greatest Ben over, Kess, Marshall. Right.
Yeah.
So that's
Big rhythm.
and that's the four artists that pay. Hey, Now the 40s that pay and get permission for the rhythm. Killer, of course, is out in the US. And he sang a tune on the rhythm called Eskimo, which created a lot of controversy because apparently he did not communicate and get the permission to use the people rhythm. Alright? He didn't get permission.
Where it belonged to.
So the owners of the rhythm have taken issue with that.
Of course.
Right?
Yeah. They take it all over YouTube.
So.
They take it all over YouTube.
But they put it back up.
And Killer put it back up.
Yeah, he put it back up. Killer saying in our life, Killer say, what you telling me about, boy? What you telling me about permission, boy? The start of the tune is Gunman in Your Hole, which Killer did sing.
Correct.
And if you really listen to the rhythm, it's very Gunman in the Hole-ish.
No, right? It's basically the Gunman in the Hole rhythm with a little soca over it.
Right.
To me.
Right, but at the same time, does Killer own that rhythm?
The rights to that rhythm. That's what we don't know. So we ain't go into all that. We ain't going into that. But like Killer.
To me,
argument.
To me, the whole thing could have handled different, man. To me, the tune get big.
Yeah.
Over how it came out and things like that. And to me, that's the only reason they fight it on, you know. Because every carnival, it does have somebody coming and sing something unauthorized over some rhythm. And they get to go all over the fete and thing, but it mightn't be as big as how Killer get. And they go just allow it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, Killer, hard luck, you have to pay him money, dog.
Yeah, but
you have to pay him money.
Yeah, but now they could just tell him and say, listen, well, all right, you're going to get rights from Spotify and you're going to get rights from YouTube and you're going to get money like that.
Boy.
You're going to get your money like that. We're going to take X amount of percentage if you want the song stay up.
You know it's Trinidad Killer, right?
Yeah.
You know Trinidad Killer more ignorant than everybody else.
He's not going through that.
He's not going through
Nah,
that.
you don't know though.
You have to remember, he out in the cold. You're rolling alone.
When I listen to like radio, morning jive and evening jive for the past, a lot of the people on them, they say they ain't playing the big link show them unless they can hear the Eskimo and things like that. I'm telling you.
Now the tune big. The man look Nigel. We have a guest with us.
Yeah.
Join us and talk a little basketball for a little bit. I see I've won the best team in the NBA jersey on. Now the best team in the NBA. We go talk about that.
Yeah.
But
We can talk about that.
Killer, listen. Killer know if he create a controversy, the tune go blow up bigger through the controversy.
Which is marketing 101.
Yeah,
That's right. It's a no such thing as bad publicity.
They guerrilla marketing. Intent hard one time.
But it have a right way to do things, have a wrong way to, and that's why I'm saying is the blow job. Now, I know a lot of people support it. They support any man.
And they're trying to lead
Yeah,
the
but
man out.
I also have to support the producer too. Because he Billy with him. And that's his money, that's his bread and butter.
Correct.
So you have to filter the money that way.
I don't mind that, but at that point in time, could you have reached out to Killer and say,
No, Killer supposed to do that.
Killer supposed to reach out to them.
Nah, Killer ain't trying no.
You
come now. Nah, Killer ain't do
Killer
that.
ain't try to reach out to nobody.
You ain't sure.
I tell you, Killer ain't do that.
Listen,
You ain't
who do
sure.
it with them, full bro?
Yeah.
Yeah, Killer reach out to them, they're a good spirit, boy.
And you know they get it, and you know like now they want another soca artist.
And they're a good spirit, boy. You know, like,
Nah, I don't have the voice to talk about that now.
yeah.
Oh,
So, let me leave that alone right
I don't know, I want to know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
no,
tune,
no, no.
but that tune too. You hear it? The start of that.
Talk
is-
to a friend and you want to
No,
fuck.
right, but after that is lucky for you, my friend.
Yeah. Lucky
You know,
for you, my friend.
Lucky for you, my friend.
I drinking a good.
Man, why they wanted a good spirit? I know what happened. You understand what I'm saying?
Let me
But that
drink
tune
my
big-
drink, yeah?
That tune well big. That to me, that's the biggest tune on the
On the
rhythm,
rhythm, yeah.
right? And sometimes
I think it will be the biggest tune on the rhythm by the end of Carnival. Right now,
bigger than Eskimo.
right? Eskimo will fade after a little while because he out in the cold.
Killer gonna
He
take
can't-
it.
he can't
come down
he can't
here.
go on the stage.
What you gonna do? You go Zumba for him? You know my promoter must see calling Killer so Killer way. I'm a party, you know.
But you can't move.
You know,
Killer can't move.
Killer, man will come down here and find you back up.
but Killer, you're
As
talking
if you'll
about,
be able to leave, but that's
You're
our next topic.
but you remember you're out in the cold and you're missing this just on the party and take all you need to do is back and take it and come home, you know.
But you know there's Fight the Dog too, eh? How go on now? You remember the
Killer that's fight on himself.
You remember when we went to experience what they do the man?
Yeah, boy.
Oh, dynamite, though.
They get the man 15 seconds, boy.
The man walk out. Introducing Trinidad killer. He walk out. Gunman in your hole. The crowd goes, she like that.
And he go on.
Thank you. Like all the time again.
15 seconds. Nigel, that was it earlier? That was here before. Like all the
Yeah, but I think we need to take a break.
No, that come after that, boy.
Bungie, all of them come after?
Yeah. Yes, boy.
Bungie, all of them come
All of them was after that. That was
Nice,
early.
the man dive in the crowd and nobody catch him.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm telling you.
Ah,
I'm
Yes.
telling you.
oh, God.
Yeah, what going on? Killer?
I never was
Tune big?
I never was Supercat, but Jin was the CH manager there.
Killer, tune big?
I don't want to
Yeah, man,
call
on
him.
side.
I ain't say no last name.
Some people rating it as the best shoot on the rhythm.
That
Maybe
hype
because
right
it's
now.
new.
That hype right
And
now.
have a hype behind
And
it.
it's our back and I'll be in it. So.
And you have a music video behind it too.
Yeah, with the dog lie down in snow and thing, eh?
Yeah, boy. I write your name in the snow.
You do Snow Angel and thing.
Yes.
Come.
Anyway,
Killer.
what all let me know on social media and Instagram and thing, all they think. If it was a blowjob, if it wasn't, if all they back in killer, if all they not, let me know.
Yeah, but so I'll tell you what, we're gonna take a break. When we come back from the break, we got Nigel Telespot here with us. And Nigel actually going to play basketball in a little while, and that's exactly what we want to talk to him about.
Correct.
A little NBA action before he go off and play basketball. But I'm telling you, get your beers while it's cool.
We'll be back.
We come back after the session.
Do you think you know Premier League or Champions League football? What about international cricket or the IPL and CPL? How about NBA basketball? Well, now you can put your skills to work to earn some extra cash by betting on the games with TT Bet Arena. Simply go to our website, choose a sport you want to bet on, find the games and place your bets. And with your computer or mobile device, you can bet from anywhere. Just go to ttbetarena.com, sign up for a free account, make a deposit, and start betting. It's that simple. You can even qualify for our $2,000 sign-up bonus. We also have horse racing, plus live casino games where you can bet using TT dollars. And check our new Tobago location at 7B Milford Road, Crown Point. For more info, call or WhatsApp 494-0634. TT Bet Arena, the #1 sports betting company in Trinidad and Tobago.
If you're looking for a good nuts for Christmas, red, purple, plum or mango, well, let me tell you, it's by Cali Supermarket or Westby's, or even Bungwe, only trading from Jack we pick up Selma's Delights, Selma's Delights, Selma's Delight, Selma's Delights, Selma's Delights, Selma's Delight, Go and grab your nuts, your red mango, and your pawpaw. Don't forget your plum from Selma's Delights. Go get it.
All right, people, so welcome back to the
Welcome,
Fifth Officials. And remember, we had Blazers, Tragic Road, and Woodbrook. And as we continue the conversation during this episode here, we have a guest with us. Nigel Telespot is here. Nigel, evening to you. Tell us what you do now, man.
Publicist, writer, reporter, freelancer, producer, everything. All media.
All media, you're in everything.
Yeah, you know the mogul term being used a lot these days, so I'll go with media mogul.
You're a media mogul. All right, nice, man.
And
And
I
you're
love this game because you hear the Telesford name, my uncle used to play for the national team, Huey Telesford.
Huey Telespot. All right.
Small years with the ball and thing and throw out to spinning on my finger. So I just love the game.
You just love the game of basketball.
At a point in time, I thought I could make it to the NBA. You know, everybody have a dream. I'm like Mike. I could be like Mike, you know.
Not
No, basketball scholarship.
You don't want to be like LeBron?
I do SATs and looking to go outside, and my grandfather was like, nah, you had to do A-levels, you had to study, and that was the end of that.
What's your height? What's your height?
For recreation now. 6'2". 6'2"
6'2"?
and a little bit when I get sleep.
Position.
Well, there's forces to play center here once you're tall enough. So I was playing center most of my life, but you know, now
You
it's
could not be a center in the
At
NBA.
6'2"?
Nah, you can't be no
Good
center.
boy.
man.
What is your...
6'2" point guard, shooting guard in the NBA.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
that's what. Go down in the middle. You are tall man, but go down in the middle.
Trinidad Sweat. All right, so we want to talk a little bit about the NBA. I see, well, you're sitting on the side, I see you're covering the Grizzlies, right? So is a Grizzlies fan or who's your team?
Well, what I like to say is, being from Trinidad, I don't have to back any particular team. I back who I find looking good this year or who I like.
So you're a bandwagonist. Just say it now.
You could say it like
No,
that.
just say it now.
People who back teams is because they're from the city and they represent and that's their community now. So we don't have that, that connection now.
So you're not
whoever
attached
I
to no
like,
team.
whoever I see this season looking good, whoever team I find looking good. I go like 3, 4, 5 different teams, but when it coming down any finals, you must pick a horse. So
That's definitely the definition of
I mean, the
bandwagon.
disparity they have in the NBA now, it's hard even to back somebody early because everybody good. There are plenty stars on every team now, and the competition is fierce. Even the so-called teams, there's beat big teams on certain nights, so it's hard to really back out one horse and say, well, they're going down the road with that. It's not like a long time where it's a one-man star and he go drive the whole team.
He's everything and everything Lakers.
I love LeBron. LeBron come up in my time.
I like Bron.
And it started off at sweaty, he called me. Yes, we are! Yes, we are! You see?
Sound like Arsenal supporter.
I just actually win titles.
Alright.
When is the last time you won a title? Alright.
Nice Bulls fan.
Exactly.
Right? So anyway,
Chicago.
So what we want to
and he looking to go.
what we want to find out from you? We halfway through the NBA season, right?
Ready? Oh yeah,
Yeah, nearly halfway.
Yeah,
A few games before.
What are we looking at?
You didn't see the game the other night? Cavs and Thunder, the two hottest young teams.
That was a good game,
That was like a playoff.
Down in the drinks, it kind of pull apart.
And then I see Cleveland get blown out from Indiana last night. So Indiana blew them out. Yeah,
that's the thing.
in Cleveland.
And,
Yeah.
But that's the thing, you see, and the competition so fierce now, and then with the schedule and the traveling, and men is get affected different nights, thing home, you don't know what's going on in men's head, and you look real good one night, and then the next night pop down. So it's tough.
It's tough.
It's really tough. But
So,
Cleveland
you think?
definitely looking like they could do it. Thunder, I mean, given that they didn't win the in-season tournament, because I thought they had a good chance there, and they popped down when it mattered most. So I don't know if they really have it. The staying power to go down to the end, but Cleveland looking like they have it. And them two tall men, Mobley and them fierce. Who beating that? They don't really have big men, so again, everything is 3 point. But when you have two big men, who's stopping that? Who pulling them rebounds?
But they're going back to the big man game, the big
Yeah.
man game slowly but surely coming back.
It had evolved to that.
You understand? I'm watching that.
Because look how many teams come out with this 3-point thing and then they have a cold night and they lost.
Yeah, anytime you play 3-pointer, right through,
53s and 63s.
and you have an off night, that's the end of that.
Everybody want to be Steph Curry.
Yeah, it started to get jokey too now. And
Everybody want to be Steph
Stephen A.
Curry
and all
until
the
they start to run
commenters-
like Steph Curry.
Exactly.
Stephen A. and all the commenters pointing out that, it's weird to look at basketball and men, imagine you beat a man, you reach almost to the ring and then you pass it out.
Yeah, that makes
That makes sense. I just watch that and I was like, well,
But 2
why?
points worth more than 2 1.
But at the
Probabilities and analytics.
You could have take the two.
Going for
Just take the two.
And
Why?
It's starting to get now where men missing easy tools because they're not custom.
They're not
They have
custom with
custom
the-
They're not custom, so
you think Cleveland? Is it Cleveland out of the
they have
East?
a good chance. I mean, Boston's still a big dog. New York was looking real good.
No, they're still looking good. They're still looking good. I think they're third in
But
East
I
or
don't know.
fourth.
I don't know if they could top them too.
I don't know if they had the staying power to go through the playoffs and win the championship.
What about you? Who you have?
Memphis?
Memphis.
Memphis and
West side,
Oklahoma.
on the west side, it's still a Jokic there. It's still the Suns bumbling around. I don't know if they're going to get Butler or
I'm
not.
going to tell you why Memphis. For the last 2 seasons I watched this, right? If you remember last season, when you look at the injuries, Memphis list of injuries was long so.
Ridiculous.
Last season, there was a point in time there was the number 1 team in the West.
Yeah.
They was at the top of the West for a time.
Yeah.
And then they started Marcus Smart get injured, this one get injured, Jamarant, all of them.
So now they bounce up the Lakers in the playoffs.
And they were still beating people. This season,
Right.
they had a long list of injuries up to probably about 2 weeks ago, a week ago, and they're still beating big teams.
but let me tell
they
you
have
something.
depth. The depth and the talent on that team
That's true.
underestimated because we haven't seen the full potential because they keep getting played with plenty injuries. So the chemistry and of that team, we really don't know what we're capable of.
But playoff basketball is a whole different thing.
Yeah,
And let me tell you
that is-
something, man. I've been saying it for the longest while. The style I play Jammer and this play, he always going to get injured. The man needs to learn to calm down. He needs to- he's going because in the playoffs, when you jump up the bat up, they're looking out here, they will take a flagrant.
Yeah.
You're not going to do all that fancy thing. No,
Still up and all kind of
you're not going to do them thing, and that is their downfall. Until he learns to take it down.
Well, it's take a while. I mean, we see that with Jordan, we see that with other players who wanted to do the solo superhero thing.
If he take it down and he take it down and he
right now for the Cavs, and the Cavs progressing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if we take it down and start doing anything, the team will. Memphis is.
But Memphis is strong, I must say, because even without Morant, they just
They just beat
Yeah, but like I always say, playoff basketball is different.
Dane and Jared Jackson and them fellas and them real talented.
Oh, we have as this season MVP so far. I can give. That is my MVP right now.
Who's that?
But then you can say Donovan too, because
Shagilius Alexander.
Yeah.
Donovan pulled back on his side winning more, so between the two of them, and I kind of toss up, but then they don't generally give it to guards just so. So you still have to look at the big men to see who might step up. Jokic.
We think what
Embiid boy. I know.
You see what I mean? Like I really want to mind me. I want to know Embiid.
Process and that process can't even, you shouldn't even use that word no more. I don't know what going on.
If Embiid was a footballer, he'd be playing for Arsenal.
I don't know what going on.
I'm telling you, Embiid would be Arsenal.
But you watching basketball since when? Since
I small.
Since you're small. So you see the Michael Jordan era, right? And you know,
watch them games.
I just listen to some of these analysts as you mentioned, like Jamarant and that kind of and getting injured plenty and that kind of thing, right? MJ used to play it had, I think it's only had one season really, or maybe two, that MJ didn't play 82 games. Yeah. In a league that was rougher and tougher.
Definitely.
Now, I just hear people saying LeBron could have played in that era.
Well, he had the size.
He had the size.
I don't know if he had the durability under those kinds
of let me tell you who would have frustrated LeBron.
Rodman.
Dennis?
Rodman.
Yeah,
but the whole Piston team.
Any version of Rodman, Pistons or Bulls, would have terrorized LeBron James.
But you know, Detroit Pistons was known.
Yeah, they was the most talented.
No, but it was hard.
Yeah.
You know,
down.
Isaiah Thomas in an interview was talking about the brilliance of Dennis Rodman, right? And he said, never in basketball, when Rodman was the Pistons, right? Has he ever gotten rebounding, broken down scientifically like Dennis Rodman? He said in our practice session, and they're throwing up shots. And Rodman just stand up under the basket, so just watching. He said, but we're moving, we're again. And he just sign up watching.
He watching the bounce and things like that.
He watching how much rotations the ball make, you know. So he said, he cannot tell me that when I shoot, my ballers make 4 rotations. Joe Dumas owners make 3. From depending on what spot is on the court. And he could have break down how much rotations every player shot does rotate. Right. And that's how we use the time. Because really nobody, I don't think it's today NBA does rebound like Dennis Rodman. I don't think anybody could break that. The only man could break that is Wembanyama. Because of natural height and
all if he was on a better team could have been the MVP.
No, wait, think about Wembanyama.
Nah, he's a force. And as you said, they're going to bring back the big man game. And he could shoot trees as well. But
I know what it is.
He would have lived out there. He could still do plenty.
Could go in the paint.
The man averaging like 8 blocks a game.
I don't even know how that's possible, boy, because when you really watch a tournament, I went to the Miami Heat Arena, some practices and things where I actually see the real size of these men next to you and things like that. And he's taller than all of that. So I don't know how you could even have that kind of coordination at that height with that length. Like it's kind of unnatural.
Wingspan is
somehow
it's like 9 feet or some kind of crazy thing.
It's ridiculous to be able to control that with that kind of skill around shorter players who could usually kind of steal the ball from you. It's a phenomenon. It's something you might never see again.
Whoever was his coach, make him focus on that.
Handles and dribbling.
But big men don't normally focus on that.
No. Shaq was a good dribbler, you know. Shaq used to run the court in the early. Shaq could have run the court.
In Magic.
He wasn't crossing up nobody.
He was just running the ball. He was not good dribbler.
Alright, but he was a good passer. He was a capable dribbler. He had enough control for a big man. For a big man.
Okay.
Right?
Steps.
Right. Okay. And Shaq, I always say Shaq had Shaq could have been the greatest basketball player
all
of
time.
all
If he was
time.
serious,
Of a pure dominance. But what killed Shaq is the inability to shoot free throws
Laziness,
and maybe
childness.
McDonald's. Because
the man love a burger, boy. I buy you and Kobe give it. I love a burger, boy. I buy you and Kobe give it. So,
big up Shaq, man. Big up Shaq. But I mean, the game of basketball, I mean, I would like to see it. I mean, I know we're going into the All-Star weekend soon. And just before we run out of time in the segment, while we're here, I just want your thoughts on the All-Star game, how it used to be, and this, whatever it is they're giving us
But
these
that's,
days.
you see how you describe it? I still try to wrap my brain around it, like how it go and function and how they expect that to be entertaining to people, because we went from how it used to be long time where you're looking
East
forward to this
versus
thing,
West.
dunk cut,
Yeah.
your popcorn, your hot dog, everything, you ain't even want to move because you want to miss a minute, and then it turned into this kind of play thing and everybody, nobody marking
Yeah.
it's jokey.
This
and
show
you want to
thing
watch
like
it.
if you're going to watch it, do it.
So now
Right?
they're trying to bring it back to something.
as I
competitive.
was talking about Kobe, when everybody in that All-Star tournament was trying to take a relaxed vibe, he wasn't on that, you know. So you saw force men to play hard, you know.
But
Because he coming out to play
I
hard.
never watched East-West basketball, and it wasn't competitive. I don't watch basketball like that anymore
Right.
because I get turned off.
Right, because
Right?
they get boring.
But
Yeah.
I get all my heads up from them, and then my wife might get my TV. I really hoping.
If you behave good.
I say definitely every
Are you trying that to
every-
television for her to watch it and see?
every episode I see it, right? So I could get to watch my basketball.
Go look him up now.
Yeah.
Mrs.
Give him a
Ross,
little salvation. Give him a little
how much interest you want?
please.
Whoa.
How much interest you want?
Pause.
Let's word that properly. Let's word that properly.
So what size television you want? What size?
Listen to what you
That's
say
better.
before you
That's
say
better.
it.
I know greedy.
The man married,
40, 50,
obviously
no
he
matter.
is satisfied where that is regarded. I am talking about the size of the television.
Right, but let's say the size of the television.
Yeah.
Don't ask them how much inches you want.
Listen,
This is national TV,
Listen.
and we live in Trinidad.
I know. And
And Tobago.
out of the four of us on the set,
International, regional.
out of the four, wait, you married?
No.
No, but you have children.
Yes.
All right, so use Al Bundy. Married? No, married with children. Sorry, you're not married. You unmarried with all right. So you somebody else. You somebody else. Sorry, Nigel.
Someone else, Bouillon.
You have a child.
Yes.
Right, but you married and you married.
Yeah.
All right, so we have two men with children, two men that married,
And
one man that's single with children, and one man that's single without.
Right. So where you going with this?
Right?
I say, yo,
I just say that
I'm feeling alone.
You are alone.
boy, you had the best life there, boy.
I need a baby.
You might not be George.
You know how people is getting fat when you go that way, you go say on TV. I'm not helping you this year. No.
They experience the same joy that we will experience with the children,
Yeah.
or they might experience with the marriage, but you still have a good thing.
No, but somebody tell me, as we wrap up here, somebody tell me, right? They say, boy, you know what you need? You need a child in your life. You know?
Oh, no.
When you have a child in your life, your whole perspective on life does change.
It does.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
It does.
So that happened?
Yes, it does.
Yeah,
How you was
for sure.
before, now
For sure.
you gotta work harder.
You gotta work harder for sure. You gotta think
You're
about
more focused.
yeah, more responsible, but make better choices, and you can't just go and stray all over the place.
Your decisions is not yours no more.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
not about you.
Yeah. Somebody tell me that.
About the next
It's not about you.
They say
Yeah,
that
when
one
that
thing.
little person watch you and say, Daddy, what? You gotta have an answer, you gotta have a solution.
Boy, nobody ban line. Cool yourself there.
Yeah, and the person that tell me that, they tell me, they say, you will never reach your true potential. Right? Being the person I am, doing the job that I just do. They say, you're here.
That's a little stretch for the rep.
No. They tell me here. The
I feel that's the
conversation.
woman who want to get married to you.
No. They say, what we was talking about is, they say, boy, Stefan, I know you're up here with what you just do one thing, but you know you could do, you could.
It's not
you have
matter
a
how
potential to-
matter how mental it is.
No, I feel like a virgin was talking. And he said, but you ain't go reach that potential until you have a child. And you have to go after it. And that's when it's when the choices come to be
with
successful.
all this,
Is that businessman was talking
No, I
about?
know, but with all this,
Lady,
that
you hear that?
going after it.
Anyhow, you
lady,
understand that?
Ladies, you hear that? When you see me, the fat thing.
Jam him.
So back to the outside game, and
Yeah.
before we close, as you say, I could understand though why they don't want to go too hard because it's not the same. Well, I think that's why they're trying to make it a more rewarding kind of game. Because at that time, you don't want to get injured.
You don't want to get
injured. That's the halfway point of the season. So if you go too hard and you get injured in your All-Star game, you're out till probably just before the playoffs, and then you catch back the momentum.
But it was always so.
Watch me, and while we're in the All-Star game, this is why I carried LeBron, you know. LeBron is the only star player I ever see didn't enter the dunk contest.
But to me, he's responsible for the All-Star game being the product of his right.
You name one other star player like LeBron level.
I was always perplexed by that. I didn't understand because he's a natural dunker. He liked to dunk. He was a dunk.
But he afraid he lost. Greatest dunk contest
when he
ever
was young,
had.
you see, now let's still put him in perspective. He never had anybody with the kind of attention that he got straight coming out of
the gate,
high school and all that Sports Illustrated and cameras and lights. So it was a difficult road to walk. And he was the first to do that in the age of social media and all these things.
Yeah.
So I could give him a little room to say, well, you would be a little cautious. You would be a little cautious about.
Now we're going to that dunk contest.
Yeah, but if he are going down contest now and he lost, you know that would be one of the arguments the Jordan people.
But they use it anyway. But they still use it anyway. Use it against fighting. I rather lost and they try and fail and fail to try.
Some face to face and we get his answer, we wouldn't really.
Man, you know what?
We call him now. Call him.
You know what?
Use the one.
You can make that
call. When I have the child, I'll reach my true potential and I'll be able to call it.
Alright?
Yeah. So remember Nigel is a social media. Was a social media?
Overtime TT at Overtime TT.
Nigel can say me the last thing, man. As producer and thing. We're going to talk about.
So we're going to be back. Just take a look at the games coming over the weekend in the EPL or just general.
General.
And then we're going to wrap things up. Stay tuned. We'll be back after this.
Do you think you know Premier League or Champions League football? What about international cricket or the IPL and CPL? How about NBA basketball? Well, now you can put your skills to work to earn some extra cash by betting on the games with TT Bet Arena. Simply go to our website, choose a sport you want to bet on, find the games and place your bets. And with your computer or mobile device, you can bet from anywhere. Just go to ttbetarena.com, sign up for a free account, make a deposit, and start betting. It's that simple. You can even qualify for our $2,000 sign-up bonus. We also have horse racing, plus live casino games where you can bet using TT dollars. And check our new Tobago location at 7B Milford Road, Crown Point. For more info, call or WhatsApp 494-0634. TT Bet Arena, the #1 sports betting company in Trinidad and Tobago.
If you're looking for a good nuts for Christmas, red, cocoa, plum or mango, well, let me tell you, it's not like a supermarket or Westies, or even Bungwe, only trading from Jack. We pick up Selma's Delight, Selma's Delight, Selma's Delight, Selma's Delight, Selma's Delight, Selma's Delight, Go and grab your nuts, your red mango, and your pawpaw. Don't forget your plum from Selma's Delights. Go get it.
All right, so we're back, and just before we wrap up this evening, and we get to the golden moment of the week, which has something to do with Marshall Montano and a tiny desk. I know it's sounding kind of
good one.
Yeah, so
well played.
But
That's why the extra daily.
So I'll tell you what, we got some main fixtures to come over the weekend. And in Serie A, there are two huge fixtures. Juventus versus, is AC Milan or Inter? AC. Juventus versus AC Milan, that's going to be a big one.
Get in there, get in there, Milan.
No, I told you all.
You buy AC jacket?
Yeah, boy, I buy that in London when I come back from
you buy AC jacket in London?
Yeah, but to keep warm over the
all right.
Just to keep warm. But watch it, I'll color soon, black, white, and white. So I was like, all right.
And we also have Atalanta versus Napoli.
Big game.
That's over the table clash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then in the English
Get
Premier
to
League,
the
The biggest game in England is Arsenal Tottenham.
Arsenal Tottenham.
And the biggest game this weekend.
Yeah, but that is this weekend.
This weekend.
Not Tuesday, Wednesday, no, the weekend fixtures.
Okay.
Yeah, that's going to be the derby. All right, so those are some of the main fixtures that come this weekend.
No, that's
Derby's Wednesday.
That's Wednesday's the derby.
Yeah,
So
Wednesday.
they really don't have no big English football
Yeah.
this weekend.
Well,
Oh, no, yeah, it's
so.
Arsenal, Aston Villa.
yeah.
Yeah,
Biggest
that's
team in the
going
world.
to be going over the weekend in
Yeah.
EPL.
Yeah.
All right, so football fans, remember to check out your football and get your bets in at ttbetarena.com. And remember, when you're coming out to take a little lime and to take a little drink, and you want to get the drinks on special, Blazers, Bar, Chadwick Road,
Blazers.
that's where you should be. All right?
Cold in the ice.
So we're going to get to the golden moment of the week to close things this week. And the golden moment of the week, like I said, it has to do with Marshall Montano on a tiny desk. And anybody knew about this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see this since last year.
Yeah.
So last year.
It had like,
Yes,
it's
yes,
big
yeah.
artists beyond it.
Yeah,
Okay,
big-
so he's
Tiny
what?
desk is that thing.
Yeah, it looked like a library kind of,
Like a bookstore or something.
but it's like a open area, and they in like a little gap.
And
Do
they
this
just
thing,
playing
and
it.
it,
yeah.
And
live.
where is
Taking it out
that?
to your
New York,
comfort zone.
LA?
I think it's New York. I could be mistaken, but I think
I
it's New
think
York.
it might be Philly or kind of thing. I'm
Oh,
not too sure. But,
Yeah, but
All right.
but they're putting them, they're taking the artists out of the comfort zone and putting them in a whole different environment.
Yeah.
They have no frills, there are no extras.
no, what I could say is
Just rhythm
he went to the
section
boom
kind
boom.
of vibes.
He went to the boom boom room too, as he.
Smart,
Yeah, well
very
done.
smart,
Yeah.
very
Yeah,
smart.
because them fellas and them know what they're doing.
Correct.
And they know
Correct.
his songs too. So
Yeah, and well, what he did too, the performance he put on was actually entertaining. It was
Yeah.
good.
It was about
Because,
20 minutes,
20 minutes,
20,
but it
yeah.
normally be about 20-25 minutes. Everybody does.
Right.
They don't really do much longer than that.
Yeah,
But it was
not a
entertaining.
Full concert, but yeah.
So he was what, the first soca artist to do the tiny desk?
Full soca artist.
First soca
yeah.
artist
well done.
ever invited. They had like Sean Paul and them like
Yeah,
there,
that's
but
some
Sean
a couple
Paul
of Caribbean
Americanized.
people, but
But
Sean Paul is not Americanized. We can have a...
nah, Sean Paul is known in America.
Oh, like that?
Yeah, well, Jamaican, but yeah, I think he lives in...
No, he lives in J.
He lives in
Jamaica.
He lives in Jamaica.
He lives in Jamaica, bro.
But what I meant is that he reached
Right.
out there. He
Crossover
saw the
the
thing.
street.
Yeah,
Crossover,
yeah.
yeah. So they know him. They know him
Yeah,
there.
man, a song with Beyonce and things.
Yeah.
I mean, Marshall, no one.
Marshall is
Some
known,
degree, you know.
Yeah.
but
He's
But just on that
good
note,
work.
as you talk about Marshall Montano, Marshall is what? 50?
50, 49,
just
50.
turned 50 December.
December there, right?
Yeah.
So Marshall is 50. How long again all you feel Marshall have, boy?
About 10 years ago, I said 5 years, and the man's still going.
You can't put a time frame on it.
Exactly. It's a tricky thing, eh? Because I'm one of the people who believes that somebody elders need to go on to other pastures and make room for the younger ones.
Yeah.
But I understand the argument also that the younger ones need to come and take these
They need to
positions.
step up.
They don't
Yeah.
need to, they're not going to be handed to them.
Yeah.
But at the same time, our culture has a way where we know the fight down is a prevalent thing. And we take long to get to it. You see, same thing you're saying now, you ain't reach your full potential yet.
Yeah.
You might take the next 5 years to reach that. And when you get there now, you don't want somebody to come and do that in 2 years. Not necessarily.
Yeah.
Unless it's your son or,
Yeah.
you know.
That's
But
where you're coming
but
from.
what I would say
So is
you gatekeep and you pull it down and hey, you have to pay your dues. You have to pay, that kind of way. And it'll take everybody more time to get to where we need to get to.
But what would you say about the few years that Marshall wasn't there? And like nobody really stepped up to that
Exactly
level?
why we can't answer the question how long you have
So
been
you-
there.
you
Because
did-
they didn't step up, they
because
didn't take
you
over.
had- you
When
had
see
the
him
chance.
and he was like, hey.
And
Nobody
in the last few years, they had a lot of chances to be
Correct.
the
You're
man.
right. You're right.
Yeah.
And nobody really stepped up and snatched that.
And you know what I like too? He taken, well, I don't know if it's called Marshall Monday or whatever it is. Going back south, dog.
But
Nah,
that's
but
Benny. That's Benny. That's Benny.
Going back
The
south,
mega,
is it?
the mega.
But it's not his zone, eh?
I know, but at the same time,
He can pay to go
Marshall,
south.
yeah, he going south.
Yeah,
No,
I think that's the only show you're doing in South.
Yeah, that's
No, that's
only
what you doing.
full big show.
full
You do
concert.
prestige, but
Yeah.
as a one of the feature acts, but there's a full
Yeah.
Production.
Full production.
And everything.
Full
Yeah.
concert
Okay.
Nice.
But who,
So-
let me just say when Marshall bow out. Let me say that no Marshall and Bungie in the carnival. Who carry the flag?
But Kes done already there.
But
Kes is 40 something.
Correct. So they have a.
Yeah, correct.
No, the reality is now.
46.
Unfortunately, I have to show my age here. I've been in this business 25 years already, and I've seen from the time of the Destras and the Bungees now coming out to now, and they've been there for 20 years. So everybody now in that same age group.
Yeah, they're still in the bracket.
50s, right? But there's another tier below that. There's the Ilfons, there's the Pretties, there's
Voice.
Nyla,
Pretty, you know.
Voice,
Mika Yabarel vibes out of me,
Pretty, you're not pretty.
I say, hey, I want to work with you this year. You is next up.
Yeah.
Now, Pretty have it.
But you
Pretty,
see those-
outside of Trinidad, Pretty big, you know.
Huge,
Yeah.
Well known, you know, them Jamaicans, all different
But
people.
you might know these fellas and them better than I do. Their work ethic in terms of being the best.
Well, this is the thing, and this is why Marshall is still, I don't know if you
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
say he on top, but he's still leading.
Right,
Because we have a thing also called the Trini ambition, which dictates that once you are a star in this town here, you're known, you're getting money, girls on your case, you're living, buy whatever thing you need. Some people has reached that plateau and that's it there.
And
They
that's
don't
it.
really look for
They're content.
anything else.
Yeah.
As much as we say we want to take it to the Grammys and all these things, they don't put any work to get it there.
To get it there.
And my whole thing is Carnival itself, the festival itself, is a problem for them, for most of these artists. Because the kind of money that they could make during this time, this little 2 months, however long the season flex according to the year. Right? To me, it's still not worth it when you can go anywhere else and make US or Euros or any other currency, right?
Yeah.
But the frequency and then the home love and then the camaraderie and then the family and you're starring in your own town and you're making sure, because that's the next thing. You're not sure if next year you'll get an opportunity
Yeah,
again.
exactly,
So
yeah.
everybody tends to hold on to this town as if it's a lifeline. And if you're holding on here, you can't do nothing anywhere else.
Yeah.
I've been dreaming about somebody taking the Trinidad Carnival time and saying, hey, I want to do a big festival in Asia. At the same time, and I go live stream what I'm doing here to Trinidad, and I go live stream what Trinidad doing to Asia. At the same time. And open up a new market at the same time. And make a different kind of currency at the same time. Instead of being here, because realistically, that crop from 2000, Bungie, Destra, all of them, right? If they're still here and they put out 10, 12 songs every season, the promoters go and hire them, the promoters go and book them.
Yeah.
And the second tier and the third tier, the younger ones coming up, they're not going to get booked. They're not going to get seen. They're not going to get heard.
I understand what you're saying, but what I could say is every year, the ground don't be denied. When you have a hit, you have a hit.
Well, the ground right now out of position because it had no more ground fet again. Army fet is no more ground fet again.
But
it have nothing for the ground again. Stink on dirty maybe.
Yeah, but I just think when you have a hit, and I ain't personally seen anybody really pushing towards being the best.
Yeah.
Right.
That is my personal opinion.
That's the mentality, Marshall, for sure.
But I tell you what, we appreciate the conversation. When we get on into the basketball season and the playoffs and things, we gotta hire back,
man, for sure.
But we want to pick up Nigel. Remember, it's overtime.
Overtime TT.
Instagram,
TikTok, everything.
And we go see you down in experience.
Yeah,
But
well,
of course,
I
we go
deal with the
come
media,
down there,
and make sure they're inside and
because
parking and
Carnival will start on
Sure, that
Carnival will start on
on the
experience.
stage.
But that is one of the best fits ever.
Yeah, boy.
they need that one.
No,
They need that one. And make sure that killer and get on the stage again.
Take that one we got.
All I want to say to that is Miami Carnival, right there, last year there.
Yeah.
Trinidad Killer was put on his Stinker Dirty in Miami stage. And what he did, if I even try to describe it all after when the cameras and all they go laugh. And all they go say, well, really and truly, what he doing? He not making sense.
Boy.
Taking the Marshall and the time.
As I tell you, we got a credit.
NPR and Marshall Montano's Instagram.
Right, so as we close, it's the fifth officials. We out for today. Taking Marshall Montano Golden Moment of the Week. Tiny Desk. Enjoy. We gone.
Bless up.
Yeah. We're gonna take a little wine. Hey. Here we go. Say, hey, ah, come on. Hey. one wine from me.